Okay, we are on track for the best week for stocks in a month down here at the New York Stock Exchange. The major averages all posting better than 2% gain for the week. Let's have a look at the chart. There you go. Not a bad sight at all. I mean, I know you've been spoilt with the moves we had in September and October, but that's not bad on a normal market. So, are investors looking past the disappointing jobs report? Clearly, yes. Do you believe in the Santa Claus rally from here? Let's talk to David Darst, Friday's favourite on Closing Bell, Chief Investment Strategist at Morgan Stanley. Smith Barney, forgive me, along with Tyler Vernon. He's Biltmore Capital's Chief Investment Officer. Tyler, where do you think the market will go from here?
I think we have a little bit more upside. I do think we are nearing a top end of the range. I think what we're seeing now is that really this change from fear to greed. And I think that's what we saw today, is investors are saying any news is good news. If we got a great jobs report, I think we would have saw a rally. Obviously, there was a bad one, and investors are saying, well, there's going to be more stimulus potentially, and the Fed is going to do what they need to do to get this economy going.
Ah, so bad news is good news.
I think that's what we're seeing.
I like it when that happens. That really means we can put some good price action in David Darst.
Well, Simon, I think one of the best things that's happened all week was not only the reaction to the European Central Bank deciding to support the bond markets over there, but the way the markets acted today in response to the rugged jobs report. 39,000 jobs added total, 50,000 private sector, minus 11,000 for the public sector. This Monday, you had Cyber Monday, the sales year over year up 16%. Chain store sales year over year up 6% versus last year it was up only 0.5%. Consumer confidence improving. I noticed that 7 out of the 10 S&P industry groups earnings revisions have moved upward this week. So you have a lot of things building for a nice finish to the year, Simon. Obviously, the jobs reports have been a drag, but that's known by the market.
So are we now in a position then when we can, as investors, harsh though it may seem, we can actually ignore this huge pool of unemployed in the United States, to be honest?
Well,
because that's implicit in what you're saying, isn't it?
Simon, you need jobs to come back. You need the consumer to come back. There's 130 million people working.
But we don't. The price action today indicates the market doesn't believe that.
Yeah, I think there's some issues there. We need the consumer to get back. I think, like he said, we're seeing signs of that. But we can't forget we have 80 million baby boomers out there that are slowing down on their spending. And I think when we have austerity measures coming out of Europe, where we export 25% to, I think as we move forward into next year, we have a lot more headwinds going on at that point. But in the short term, we're getting exuberant, and we're excited about this market, and it'll push a little higher.
David, it's interesting to note that the market is more sensitive now to Europe than a bad employment report in the United States. Fact, just on the basis of what we see. That's a very interesting. How do you play a market like that? What do you invest in?
Well, I think you want to own the pharmaceuticals and you want to own the energy stocks. You want to own Schlumberger, Simon. You want to own.
Why?
Schlumberger's got 35 billion in sales. They have 5 billion in debt and 32 billion in equity. Their sales that are 35 billion, we just put a report out, our analyst says it's going up to $100 billion. It'll almost triple in 3 years, in 5 years, excuse me. So we see that stock's made a new 52-week high, but you want to own these drug stocks that have nice yield. Baby boomers want yield, Simon.
Tyler, we're running out of time, but what would you buy? What are you buying?
First of all, from a strategy standpoint, Biltmore Capital runs a covered call option strategy for their clients. I think we need to be selling some calls now where the stock, where the market is trading near a high end of a range. But specifically sectors, we think infrastructure is a great place to be. We're seeing a lot of private equity money, a lot of smart money move into that space. This is capitalizing on what's going on in China, India, and U.S. And technology. I think that'll continue to move this market higher.
Gentlemen, have a great weekend.
Thank you. Happy holidays.
Enjoy
getting your Christmas tree.
Tyler, yes, enjoy. Tyler Vernon there and David Darst.